Hey guys, this is Trevor from Let Us Review Cinema. Just wanted to update y'all real quick that this is one part of our hour-long podcast videos that come out every week, Friday at noon. So if you wish to see the whole thing, be sure to go find that on our YouTube page. Also be linked in the description below. Just remember that this is just one little part from that. So if you like to see more of us, go check those out. John, you can go ahead and just go back to your little hiding place. Me and Whitaker are going to go review Dead Man's Wire. So if you want to sit there, you can. If you want to go peep around the corner, you can.
If you want to go take a bathroom break, you can. This is the only time you're allowed
laying
to
in
take
bed.
one.
He's laying in bed.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wow. Alrighty. Mr. Whitaker. I feel like we're probably gonna have a lot of the same thoughts about this movie.
Yeah.
What would you rate Dead Man's Wire out of 10?
I would rate this a 9.7 out of 10. What's that face? What's that face for?
Oh,
All right,
whoa.
I'll give this
What's-
movie a
what's
10
that
out of
face for?
10. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to give a movie a
Okay,
10 out
I
of
mean,
10.
it's still okay. There's not really anything wrong with the movie.
I can't wait to
There was just
hear.
something. Yeah, I want to hear your explanation first, since you asked me my review first.
I kind of
the-
want to
like, the
hear
score.
what drops at 0.3 points first.
Too much comedy. Honestly, too much comedy in that movie.
Well, you saw the at the end of the movie, like the real life footage, and he was kind of like a doofus in real life too.
Well, granted, yes, but there were just too many moments where I was sitting there laughing when I'm like, this is a serious situation. Someone's life
Yeah.
is on the line. Why are we poking too many jokes about someone who's obviously mentally ill? Not to say that, it's not fun to make fun of people who are sick in the mind, but it was like there's too many memorable moments that are just so funny that I'm kind of losing focus of the main point of the story. But overall, great cast. We got to see Carrie Elwes do that voice, which is like, hey, Bagga. It was like this whole thing, and just to see Dacre Montgomery in something again was great
Ooh,
as
yeah.
well. To see him in that speaking out of the corner. Bro's about to give us the biggest jump scare of our life. Also see Bill Skarsgård. This movie made me really excited for him as a fan cast as the Joker, which I really hope they do go through, because the guy they cast for Brainiac, really great choice. But if they were on the consistent theme of just choosing actors who look the part and also can act well in the part, Jonathan.
For the audio listeners, if there is any, John is just taking a minute in different locations of his room and just peeking and looking at the camera. So if you just hear us laughing or stopping, we're looking at John right now. Oh, gosh.
God, now you can see his massive forehead. Oh, 5 head, my bad.
Dude, I can see my reflection, bro.
Dude, I can see the freaking gloss on
Gotta
that
get
head.
those oils checked out.
It's crazy. But overall, I love the movie. I love just the historical accuracy of it. I love the intensity of it as well. Only thing I had to just like a 0.3 was just too much comedy on it. Otherwise, I love the movie. But there's a photo that Trevor took of me where I was just sitting up
Yeah.
front and up close, just locked in. Because there was a point where I was like, oh my gosh, please let something happen. Like, and something did, but it was not in the way I expected, which was great. That it was came into like an historical record. But yeah, great movie. 9.7 out of 10 for me.
Right. Yeah. I understand that about too much comedy. That didn't really bother me, only because I just feel like it really fit with like the character he was playing. I feel like if they didn't have that real life footage at the end, so I can see how he really was in real life, then I feel like that would have bothered me, that there was too much humor in it. But just seeing how like clumsy of a guy he is, and how much of like I mean, I hate to say it, but doofus, how much of a doofus this guy is,
It kind of remind me of Dr. Doofenshmirtz just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. But yeah, I feel like that didn't really bother me too much. But like you did say about him being the Joker, this movie did really like reestablish that he needs to play the Joker. And
Also, did you? I had
Any
to
format.
stop during watching watching this movie, I had a thought, and I don't know if you would agree with this. This is gonna be like a minor hot take. After watching Coleman Domingo in that movie as well, I want to see him as a Commissioner Gordon.
Ooh.
Like,
Ooh.
I think that may be a little too far of a stretch, and I probably absolutely bombed with that fan casting, but I would not be mad with him as a Commissioner Gordon. Not at all.
Right. Dude, I feel like he's such like a unique actor, but there is probably so many different characters he could play, and I would have no
So many.
like him playing Norman Osborn in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I want to see him in live action, dude. Playing Whitaker. No, Whitaker, stop. Stop.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Whitaker.
The voice
Why don't
acting
you
was
see
great.
it?
I
Why
loved
don't you
it.
see it?
Because the show sucked.
No, what?
It literally sucked. It was not any better than the last version of the Spider-Man TV show that we got, the one that was made in 2020. That sucked. But again, I'm also comparing this to the Amazing Spider-Man, or what is it? The 2010s Disney XD show they had for Spider-Man. I can't remember what
Ultimate
it's
Spider-Man with
the
Drake
Ultimate
Bell.
Spider-Man. That was peak Spider-Man show to grow up watching. Even the 90s, is a little bit less than the one we got in the 2010s. So that's why I always compare it, because it's just that is a level peak that's always been unmatched. So I just didn't like Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man because it sucked. Sorry.
I think you
Could
need
cry
to
about
give
it.
me a ping pong paddle and you need to bend over a couch.
Way to flop a Marty Supreme reference, man.
Yeah,
Way to flop.
if you didn't understand
Way to flop.
that, it's from Marty Supreme.
Way to flop.
John laughed.
Everyone's
but he's
gonna be
muted,
looking.
so you cannot
Well,
tell.
here's the thing. No, all of our listeners are gonna be seeing that and be like, "Bro, what is this guy talking about? Is he a freaking freak or something?"
It's
You-
I fumbled
You
the
are,
bag.
but you know,
I fumbled the bag.
you,
I feel like Dacre Montgomery did a great job. Obviously, this isn't his best performance because I still feel like that goes to Stranger Things, but
facts.
he did a really good job in this movie, and he doesn't even have that many lines because he's
Well,
just
yeah, that's
the quiet
a really
hostage.
complex thing. It's really complex because he's in a scenario where you are basically having to find a way to not aggravate him at every point possible, because he has you at literally closer than point blank. And so, how do you try to rationalize being in that situation when your life is literally on the line? So I think that was a great performance of having all
Yeah.
that stress. And even the moments where he was kind of like a little bit more friendly with Bill Skarsgård's character, where he was kind of laughing a little bit, I think that was to kind of put Bill at ease a little bit, so way he didn't feel like he was like as much of a anger thing, I guess, like, or a frustration, I guess is probably the best way to put it. But just excellent execution on that. And towards the very end, where you can see that Dacre Montgomery's character is like visibly frustrated that they lost the case because of reasons of insanity. Like, Jonathan, stop flexing your muscles, man. Okay.
Bro's
Boo-hoo.
got avocados under his skin.
Avocados from Mexico.
Okay, bud.
Yeah. But just the visible frustration was also a good delivery that had no words. Like, just the facial expressions were there. I think they did a little bit of makeup on him to make him look a little bit more, like, I'd say, beefed up. Like, I don't know, but
His
definitely
face
the wig
did
was
look
on
a little
point.
Huge, you know.
Yeah. Huge.
Huge. I feel like this is something that we both pointed out within like the first 10 seconds. This movie is like shot beautifully. I saw a TikTok today and it was a pretty simple one. It was like go see this movie. It looks like it was literally filmed in the 70s. And wow, he really put an avocado to his arm.
Bro
Wow.
really pulled out an avocado just to prove a point. That's crazy.
But yeah, this film looks really good. I mean, I've only seen 2 movies this year, but this is already my favorite movie of the year. Well deserved, beating Primate. he's dropping avocados all over his floor. I don't know.
Bro's dropping his biceps.
I think he really wants to jump back into the conversation.
Yeah, we'll try to wrap this up for Jonathan to feel involved.
Go, John.
my
Go ahead and
God.
unmute
John-
yourself. I have a question. Mr. Jonathan.
Yes.
What if you did go see Dead Man's Wire? What would you rate it out of 10?
Oh, I haven't been listening to anything y'all was saying.
That's good. You're going in fresh. What would you?
All I
rate
know is that y'all rated it very high, so I would go see it.
What would you rate it out of 10 if you have already seen it?
10 out of 10.
Ooh, good boy. Do you have any more thoughts on this movie? John's
I thought it was great.
very bored.
John is very emotionally just
trying to be
gone. That's my job. But yeah, cinematography was also great. The very first opening scene, whenever he's waiting in his car, was just like, ooh, that fisheye lens was so subtle, and it was like you're looking like, how did they get that shot? Like it was great, and also a lot of the
I agree.
handheld was very smooth as well. I also realized that a lot of the handheld was very smooth, and it didn't really look like it was much of a walking pattern. But great movie, 9.7 out of 10, maybe a 9.8,
Ooh,
but great movie.
I've swayed
Man,
you.
went up 0.1.
Wow, beautiful.
Shut
That's
up,
crazy.
8.7.
Can you explain the difference between 0.7 and 0.8?
Ooh,
It's just the more I remember, the more I love it.
yeah.
It was definitely.
So really, it's a 0.9.
It could be a point.
At that
nine.
point, 10 out of 10.
No.
10 out of 10. At that point, just round it up. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Absolute cinema. I
But
love
here's
the
the thing.
part
Cinema.
at the end of the movie. I love the part where he shoots the shotgun into the ceiling. He's like, basically like, you see guys, like, I had ammo in there. I'm in control. And then they just tackle him instantly. And he's like, wait, what the frick? What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, that was crazy. Also, the fact that when the very, very last scene, when he runs into him at the bakery
yeah.
with the sugar-free muffins, and he does a little like mustache adjustment, I was like, oh my god, this guy needs to be Joker. He needs to be the freaking Joker, dude. He just got to be. He has to. Perfect candidate
He's
right
definitely
there.
got the physique for the Joker. He's got the balance between the serious and humor. Even in this movie, there was a lot of that shown. And his like, I feel bad for like not roasting him, but like his eyes, like they're sometimes like scary to look at. You know.
Yeah, here's also another thing with Bill Skarsgård being a fan cast of the Joker is that I feel like he's played too many clown characters, including Pennywise. Like, I think one clown character is enough to where it kind of ruins the availability of him to do it, because I think he just needs to stay as Pennywise and not be remembered as another clown character, because that's kind of ruined the narrative of his acting. I almost watched Boy Kills World, where he is not talking at all and it's all expression. He is jacked in that movie, like
Really?
absolutely just cut and lean. I think I'll probably watch it tonight, but I've grown to more love Bill Skarsgård's acting more and more. There was I can't remember. Oh, I remember what it was. It was a movie with him and the guy who plays Odin in the Thor movies. I can't remember what his name. Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins. Yes. Yeah. Beat you to it. Who remembers bad
Yeah,
actors'
I'm
names now?
surprised you got his name right. Good job. Keep going.
Well, anyways, but he was in a movie where it was like a psychological thriller where Bill Skarsgård's like a guy who's very poor and he tries to steal a car, but the guy who owns the car is like a really demented guy, and so he's going through all this torture being on a locked car. It's a great movie. I love watching it. It's free on Disney Plus if you have a subscription. So yeah,
Everything's free on Disney Plus if you have a subscription.
facts, man. Well,
All right.
I think that kind of wraps up Dead Man's Wire.